considering we put that intro together, the fact that it finishes it always seems to catch me off guard, as if I'm not expecting the title screen to end. Oh look, Lee just joined us. Bang on.
Bang on time.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. You okay?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Thanks for jumping on. Wow, I think we've got the most viewers ever to start a stream this evening. There are 7 concurrent viewers right now.
Ooh, straight away, get in.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's a good start. So, I mean, we shouldn't beat around the bush. Hi, Kaz. The agenda for tonight is wide open. There is literally very little written down that we wanted to discuss. I know that Scott wanted to mention the album art. So Scott, if you want to talk about album art, that's absolutely hunky dory. Other than that, what's going on? Oh, I know what's going on. Can't say too much, but we have kind of sort of started booking stuff to do with our launch night.
We have.
This is true.
So more details to come on that very, very soon. Obviously, we're ticking ever closer to what we all believe will be the release date of the album. And so more details on that will need to be emerging in the very near future, which is exciting.
Let me exclusively reveal that launch date is on my lucky number, which nobody, I think, knows. So there we go. So that does narrow it down to a number.
It does, and it's a number between 1 and 31. Yeah. So
yeah. I mean, it's a day of the month, so that's a fairly narrow bit to choose from. So
I mean, Mandy Snowblood was doing some pretty good work at trying to decrypt, decipher our glyphs. So maybe she can have a couple of stabs at when the launch date might be. Maybe we'll start hiding some messages in amongst all the posts again.
The fact that she speaks vegan is quite impressive. So if she can speak vegan, maybe she can also speak alphanumeric math.
Nice. Hi, Lorraine.
Hey, Susie. Hey, Seaton. Hey, Lorraine.
Hope you got home all right, Lorraine, after that epic journey to Bristol. Week before last. I was going to say,
didn't we announce?
What?
We announced the Edinburgh show since last time we've done a Blacklist, I think.
We did. So we are playing Edinburgh on the 2nd of July. So that will now be our first gig in Scotland, which is fairly exciting. I am very, very much looking forward to getting back up to Edinburgh. I absolutely adore that city. So it'll be amazing to go there in a professional context, I should say.
Blacklist being professional.
Semi-professional.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Lee's a professional drink. We've probably got drunk in Edinburgh as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Many times, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't think I've been to Edinburgh, but I know I've been drunk there. Hey, Teresa.
First time for everything.
Yeah, that is true. Dylan, have you been drunk in Edinburgh?
No.
Sounds like a football player, doesn't it? Left back is drunk in Edinburgh.
Kaz says, fingers crossed for a London gig in 2021. I'm assuming she's talking about 2022, because otherwise we are running out of time very, very quickly.
A couple of weeks left.
Let's try and squeeze one in the next 30 days, 27 days.
Kaz, maybe we can just come and play at your place. I mean, that can't be too logistically difficult, surely. Tan,
it depends which part of London it is.
Yeah. Tan says, hi guys, woo, finally able to watch live tonight. I love my new hat. It keeps me nice and toasty. Yes, the Black Lakes hat does indeed keep you nice and toasty in this very cold weather. If you feel like you need to warm your head up, look at that, expertly modelled there by Dylan. You just log onto our web store, blacklakes.bigcartel.com. I feel like I'm on one of those shopping channels. I need to like... And for the next half hour only... No, it's going to stay at the same price. But, you know...
In a moment of seriousness, it's good to know that they're warm, because we didn't do any thermal testing on them. We didn't like get a tog factor or anything going on with the beanie, so to have that confirmed is pleasing and reassuring.
Look, when I logged into that, placed that order, the model wearing the hat looked like she was warm. So I knew right away.
That was our research.
Yeah, she did look warm.
I could have gone with looked hot, which would have been the obvious pun, but you know.
We have dog approval now of the beanie. I don't know if you saw that. Susie, I wore mine on the dog walk earlier. He approved.
Good.
So I know these are for the dogs.
I've worn mine walking the dog as well. So
There
I
we
can
go.
agree.
Clearly,
Show me what you got,
the
okay.
Black Lakes hat.
We got loads of them, so maybe you're using them to like pick up your dog poo, like you know when you use the bags, like just use the use the hats.
Fucking poo bags.
Branded, nice. And I know that
I've got to find out what dog does Susie have. Susie, what dog have you got? Got to find out what Blacklist dogs there are. Dog walkers unite. You can bond over Shih Tzu.
nice. Lorraine says that she's wearing her hat all the time, which obviously we truly appreciate. If you're anything like me, then you practically live in a beanie. So I do recommend that you wash it every now and again, because it does start to get a little bit pungent. I always feel a little bit sorry for people when they like think it's funny to like whip my beanie off my head and wear it, and I'm like, well, it's irritating that you've taken it off my head, but actually the joke's still on you, because that's bloody nasty in there.
This is all lies. Will comes to every rehearsal, gets his beanie off, rams it in everyone's nostrils, and is like, "Smell my beanie!
Smell
my
me.
beanie!" It's disgusting.
Smell me.
He needs to sort himself out.
What can I say?
Smell me.
I'm a man
Smell
with
my beanie.
very interesting tastes. That's all I can say.
I like the fact that Susie has a black lab.
Yeah.
So there we are. Very, very on brand to be black labbing with Blacklist for Black Lakes.
I appreciate that. We'll
I
have
think
to.
you've had a couple of black labs, haven't you, as well? I believe.
Over the years, yeah.
Well, chocolate brown ones and black ones. Yeah. Black labs unite. You ever had a dog, Dylan?
Yeah, my parents have a dog.
Yeah. What's the name of your parents' dog?
Head.
Although they're not, in case it's your password to everything. What?
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
Head.
What was your first childhood pet called?
Yeah. What street did you live on?
Yeah, absolutely. And then what's your favourite number? And when's your mum's birthday? What's her maiden name? And then we're done.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Let me just get that list up for you. I think I got it in my passwords list on my phone.
Do you know the last dog that my family owned? I was at uni when they bought the dog, and so I didn't get a say in naming her. My sister did. She's a couple of years older than me. Didn't always have the best relationship growing up, liked to fight a bit. I came home to find that we had a new dog named after my girlfriend at the time. And no one else in my family seemed to have a problem with that.
That is funny though.
And actually, my girlfriend at the time thought it was amazing, so I kind of got over that one quite quickly. But it was an interesting.
I think it's completely all right until you break up, and then it's a problem, because then you hate both the dog, the person that named it, and obviously, assumably, your ex relationship as well.
There's his sister calling his girlfriend a dog, though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
She wasn't too
Oh,
subtle as a brick.
Wow. I didn't realise that she named. I see. Wow, that's just rude. Will, this is rude.
You didn't get it, did you? You didn't get it, Scott.
You didn't know my
I did
sister
not
when
know
she
that.
was younger and full of wrath.
But next week I'll be bringing on my own dog, which I've had for a couple of weeks now, called Lee Harris. So we're looking forward to that and introducing him to everybody. Hey.
I actually dreamt that I bought a dog last night. Weirdly enough, don't know
You dreamt
why.
of a dog.
No, I dreamt that I bought one last night. I don't know why.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I remember
Mine
buying
was
it
a
thinking
weird-
this is a terrible decision because it's going to tie me down and I won't be able to go touring, and if I go touring I got to take a dog. Like, I remember going through all this in my brain and like I don't know where that came from, but yeah, I adopted a dog.
Only if you call the dog Yoko do I think it will bring the whole Black Lakes House of Cards crashing down. Whereas
Nothing
otherwise I think you're fine.
nothing brings this house of cards crashing down. Nothing. Do you know what I bought?
Someone's asking for my lucky number. I
No,
don't know
you
why
can't.
that
You
is.
can't.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I know. My lucky number does have a number in it, though. I have explained that.
Ooh.
Why is it your lucky number?
In fact, it has two numbers in it. Yeah, there you go. That narrows it down. I know. I've just eliminated the first 9. Controversial.
Why is it your lucky number?
No, we've got to be careful now. So potentially,
You can't say anything about the age you were or the.
The album launch date will be on the date that happens to be my lucky number. So
There you go.
it isn't announced yet. So.
Do you know what I bought? And I've been absolutely
Yeah,
overjoyed. I bought a litre of Kraken this time. Didn't realise you could get the litre bottle.
Yeah,
No, not me.
they sell them in Costco.
Oh, I don't have a. You have to be like some kind of member to.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I got
By the way, now we're
Costco.
dispensing retail advice on the Blacklist.
Oh, there you go.
This is
You
better
can,
than
you can
the what's
spend-
money saving expert, Dylan.
I wouldn't rely on me for money advice, honestly.
I can tell you where to get a litre of Kraken.
Yeah. I make bad decisions like buying pedals.
Ooh, what's that one do?
Ah,
It's the same one that Lee uses.
What, the one for his bass?
Yeah.
Ah, what will that do for you?
It's called Black Glass. It's got to be cool.
Help play bass.
I see. Yeah, Lee, we got some bad news for you. Live on the stream.
No, this is the only good bass I own, so we'd have to change our names to Seafoam Green Lake.
Yeah, I was going to say that one wouldn't cut it on stage.
No, sorry.
I don't know. It's Seafoam Green Lakes. I quite like it. It's more. I'd say it was more aquatically accurate. Much more likely to be seafoam than black potentially, but maybe that's the point.
I feel like
Depends on where you are, though, doesn't it?
I feel like the music would be rubbish. Seafoam, green lakes.
I feel like it would all be all like surf music.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of jangly riffs and quite a few Telecasters going on.
Yeah, I have got a matching Telecaster to that, to be fair.
Beautiful.
We're all thrilled.
That's not even a real fucking colour though, is it? Seafoam green. That's not a fucking colour.
Well, it is. I just showed it to you.
I think
I love the way that Lee
It's
launches
probably-
into these things. Next, let me tell you about the flat Earth that we live on.
Let me show you my tinfoil hat collection.
Yeah, but like inside, like an interiors collection. It's the kind of thing that they call a paint, wouldn't they? Seafoam green paint.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's definitely not metal.
Well, that's- yeah.
That way. It ain't metal. It ain't metal.
it ain't metal.
Well,
Although the panpipes are.
So,
Made on
I-
panpipes.
I have a set of panpipes somewhere.
Do you really?
do you?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I know.
You could probably play them as well. Probably play
Yeah.
them as
Can't play
can.
it, you probably-
Disgusting. Disgusting.
well. I know.
Most things.
What a bastard.
We should definitely make sure that on every Blacklist that Lee's on, that we have a swear jar, and everybody has to donate like £5 to the Black Lakes Album Fund, because I reckon like expletives have gone up 100% in one session, which I love, which is amazing. So that would make us a fortune. So everyone try and make a
And you
new swear,
realise-
and we'll make a fortune.
It's not even post 9 o'clock yet, is it? I think.
No.
No.
No,
Yeah.
although we do have the YouTube setting for not for kids.
Yeah, you have to tell YouTube you're not making this for kids. which is good. You may as well just click this program contains Lee Harris, and then they know straight away that it is not for kids.
And they will not recommend it to anybody.
Yeah, this program is not made for kids or anyone.
We're making it for the flat earthers. That's why.
And the QAnon guys, I love those guys.
What? £5 I'd be in debtor's prison. I think we probably all would, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got to talk about a little bit. We think we have the cover for the record. We believe we have a final version.
We've linked back up with after many different ideas and rough sketches and all sorts. We ended up going, you know what? We ended up going, you know what? Yeah, photo shoots as well. And then we decided, do you know what? None of us are good enough to do this. We need to get someone who is good. And so we reached out to a friend that we've worked with before. And that's all I'll say on that. But they have come up with the goods. They took our brief and ran with it. And what they've come up with is awesome, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Mandy says finally. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It felt like it was never going to happen, but we are there. We are there with the art. Well, some of it. We're still waiting on the rest of it, like the back and the booklet and that kind of jazz. But as far as the front cover goes, we've kind of seen it, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah. It is pretty exciting, and it's I can exclusively reveal in seafoam green as well.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, I made sure of it.
Just in time for the name change.
And it has black labradoodles on the front as well, going for a walk with their Black Lakes beanies on.
Of course. Yeah.
Some of that is not true.
So I saw online that our friend Verity has got COVID and she's not doing too well with it. Yeah, man. She's proper sick with it. Not like hospitalised sick, but just generally pretty nasty. Been smacked by it. So I just wanted to take a second on the stream to wish her well, because as anyone who's seen her live will definitely back me up and say that she is an absolute barrage of energy, and the idea of her not being well and being laid out like that just doesn't really compute. So I just wanted to say I hope she gets well ASAP.
Yeah, very much so. Get well soon, Verity. I had no idea she was poorly. It's not good. Hopefully everyone out there in Blacklist land is staying free, although I have to say we've had our fair share of COVID, I think, in the band. Don't want any more of it, but there's plenty of it going around within Black Lakes and family. Plenty. So yeah, hopefully all you guys will be staying clear of it.
Well, it sounds like we're about to end up going into another lockdown.
Yep.
Well, we're not because you know.
Forgive me if you don't live in or near Wales. But what I love is Boris Johnson today exclusively announces that he's going to do what we were doing in Wales all the way through anyway. It's just like,
hey man,
you know,
some of us were doing it in England as well. Just it wasn't
exactly
government mandate.
Sensible was doing this anyway. Yeah, exactly. And then
I don't want to talk about COVID. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, I'm in Lee. We shouldn't bring up COVID or Christmas parties that may or may not have happened, but definitely happened. We should talk about other stuff.
We should.
But what?
Although we never ask him what's it been said. It said Boris Johnson said that everyone needs to buy the Black Lakes album, and that will instantly cure you of COVID and vaccinate you forever.
Yep.
That's what was announced today live on the telly.
It's not scientifically proven, but we can tell you it is.
But it is fact.
Yeah.
But yes, it
is
fact.
The guys behind the Pfizer vaccine have come out and said, whilst theirs is 80 to 90% effective, the debut album from Black Lakes is 100% effective. They haven't said at what,
60%.
but it's 100% effective at
No,
whatever it is that it's doing.
Nice.
I think
Maybe we
it's.
should
I
rename
think
that record. Do 100% effective.
Oh.
Talk about bunnies instead. Which bunny? Which bunny do we talk about? Lola Bunny.
Oh.
Jessica
Well,
Rabbit.
in a way, segues is
Oh.
always a good topic.
It
You were
is.
thinking about that band, Will, called Omicron, weren't you? There's a way to segue it back.
Yeah, man.
And they've come out and said, basically, look, it was already our band name. We're not going to change it, but, you know, appreciate that we now have, like, a killer disease named after us. Not ideal, but, you know, there we go.
Oh, that's very nice. Kaz says that the album will be 100% effective in making me happy, I'm sure.
That must be what the study was for.
Better remove the tearjerker then.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. We'll have to get rid of all the sad songs, so that's all of them.
Yeah. Right, okay, pack it up, guys.
Oh, no,
Let's start again.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
That's actually not true.
Yeah, no worries.
Some of the songs are also angry as well as sad. So, like, we go from angry to sad.
Angrily sad.
Angry, sad, sadly angry. Yeah, absolutely.
Slightly angry.
We never quite get to. We never quite get to. Have Blacklist got a happy song? I don't know. Blacklist, see what you think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I wouldn't describe any of our songs as happy. Maybe
Can we just write an overly happy song?
I don't think it's in me. It's certainly not in Scott.
No. I
No.
think we might have to get Dav to
I'm
sing
glad.
it.
Yeah,
To be fair, he's the best singer in the band.
Jolly-ish.
What was I going to say? I was
Yeah,
going
jokers
to.
are always good. That.
They are.
Thanks, Kaz.
Well,
I do love
you know,
them.
it's
I
nice
do
to
love them. Good.
do that with the album. It's nice to move around, like not all just sit in the same
Yeah,
zone.
exactly. Yeah, I think we've got a mix. There's definitely some hard and heavy, but there's obviously some more lamenting. Yeah, it definitely goes on a journey, as they say.
Mandy says the new songs were ace at the gig. Landslide, is that right? It was my favourite. Yes, Landslide is right.
It's my favourite as well.
I'll tell you what is crazy about Landslide is that Landslide, which was only called Landslide relatively recently, is possibly the first Black Lakes tune that Scott and James sent to me when they asked me if I'd be interested in joining the band many years ago, and it's gone on such a huge journey from where it was then to where it is now. It is great. Like I've gone from being interested in the song to pretty much hating the song.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird. Like it's when you see a blacksmith like hammering on molten metal, like that's what Landslide's been through. And to come out the other end and it's a song where I'm genuinely like I'm excited by Landslide. Like I really do love that tune. It's quite incredible.
It's also the third track that I've actually written on.
And that shows the journey it's been on, because that song has existed in some form for many years. To get it to where it is now is
always believe.
Yeah, you've always pushed for it, even when I was going, no, it's the worst song we've ever done.
Yeah. I was waiting for it to sound like it should, which is now.
So you've heard it
And
here.
now it sounds like it should. Everyone's like, oh, it's really good. I'm like, yeah.
You've heard it here on the Blacklist live stream. Landslide is the worst song we've ever done. Buy the album.
And the original lyrical content. Perhaps we could talk about that in the future.
I don't even know if I'm in key there.
Susie says, anger in music is always good. Sorry, Scott, what you saying?
No, I'm just saying, isn't it also the first song that you've... I wouldn't say it was the first song that you came up with the title for, I think, as well, isn't it?
Hooray!
Like on your own.
Sometimes they let me off the baby reins.
Yeah, like in all the others, me and James were having some kind of opinion or other, but I think that one was like, Will was like, should we call it this? And we all went, yeah, that's a great name. And then it stuck.
Most of the time, so let's have a little glimpse behind the curtain of how these things work. Most of the time, when it comes to writing lyrics or song titles or whatnot, I will take a demo of Scott's and I will get really excited and I will write the whole song. And I'll be like, oh yeah, this is exactly where I feel this song's going to be. This is what this song's about to me. This is how I feel when I hear this music. And then I'll send it to them and they'll go, yeah, it's not shit. And then we have to work back from that point and try and make the song work.
But it's not. And then we improve it like we do with everything. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's just part of the process, isn't it?
Like some good.
I like Mandy's comment.
What?
Well, it's lush. Well, thank you, Mandy. And I would like to think we haven't necessarily captured it perfectly yet live, but we're pretty close. But I think the recording is, pretty amazing.
Oh, hi, Black Sunshine.
I like Seaton's comment as well. Like a good whiskey, some things take time. Nice.
I agree.
I like that. We should take that as a soundbite. Blacklist, like a good whiskey.
Like what? So when Guns N' Roses said that Chinese democracy was going to take time, and people ripped them mercilessly for it.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, maybe a little bit long.
Sure. Hi, Black Sunshine. I know it's difficult for you on a Wednesday because you work, but hi.
Oh, Lorraine says that she's
What's
still
your favourite
buzzing.
song to still live?
Oh, my favourite song to sing live.
That's what the
what did we finish with this time round? Dissident. Dissident was my favourite song to sing live because it means we're on the downward stretch and we've made it through another gig. No, I'll tell you what. Like, what was interesting about the gig at the Thunderbolt was that I have always been terrified of performing live. But there was a weird atmosphere in Thunderbolt. I don't know what it was. I don't know why, but it felt very comfortable. It felt like performing in front of mates almost. Obviously the crowd are always supportive, but like it just felt good. That my worst fears are forgetting a lyric or we get the song so wrong we've got to stop. And you know, that happened on one of the new songs. We got it wrong in the first 25 seconds or so, and we stopped. So, but even that should have been my worst fear recognised, and actually, it was still fun. It was very weird. I don't know what happened in there that night, but I had a great time. So actually, for normally I would say the last chorus of the last song is always my favourite part because I know we've made it, but I don't know what my favourite part of the last gig was because it felt great, like, to be honest.
What's your favourite song to play live, Dylan? What do you like playing?
All of them.
That fucking stumped him, didn't it? You know that band you're in?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You played the songs in that band. Which was your
Probably
favourite?
like Death Throne or something, because it's really riffy.
Yeah.
I
I was thinking Death Row. I quite like playing
I
Death
love
Row.
playing Death Throne.
It's so this is an interesting point for those that aren't necessarily or just love music or maybe don't play an instrument. Surprisingly, there are songs that sound good that are not fun to play because they're either complicated or they're not in a nice way that your fingers move, etc. So a good example of that, for example, Break the Silence, sounds good, not amazingly fun to play that song, if I'm honest. Whereas Death Row hopefully sounds good and is fun to play.
Yeah, Break the Silence has also got loads of words that I have to remember.
Yeah, exactly. What's your favourite song to play live, Lee? What do you like? What's the ones that you like doing?
I quite like Fractured. Fragments, sorry.
Yeah, you went with the demo. Now we can't get people to guess the demo name for that track.
The old titles, yeah.
Wait, there's a 10-second delay on YouTube. Can I find the beep function in time?
I don't think it was ever called Fractured, was it?
What was it called? Fractured?
Yeah,
Can't remember.
Avarice is fun.
Avarice, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
don't think-
one
I don't
is
think-
fun.
I like the heavier, fast ones.
I don't think Fragments was ever called Fractured, was it? Was it? I'm questioning Will really, but he might be a bit too drunk at this point.
Oh no. This is only my second glass, sir.
Oh, okay, you're not that drunk.
No. No, I don't know. I don't know if there was a Fractured.
Can't remember.
I don't even remember what the working title of that song was, if anything.
New breed.
New Breed.
There you go, you're giving it away.
Yes, it
There it
was.
is. I've completely forgotten.
Because
And you're absolutely right, and I completely forgot.
I still have it. When it was called that, I have a version of it that was sent to me when I just joined the band before it was out.
And the reason it was called New Breed, we're giving it all away tonight, is because it was the first song we ever wrote as a collective in a rehearsal space.
Mm-hmm.
Up until that point, everything else we'd done was always like more or less fully finished by the time it got there, and then just. I mean, obviously things get added in little parts and things, but that song was unwritten. And we wrote it in the rehearsal room, so that's why it got called New Breed, because the idea was it was a new breed of songs because we were writing them together.
Can I just
Blacklist exclusive knowledge there?
Can I just point out that Mandy's highlight from the last gig was seeing a badger on her way home. I feel like we should put that on our tour poster.
Yeah.
You may not have a great night, but you might spot some animals you wouldn't normally spot because you're out late.
In fairness, at least the badger was on brand in terms of its colours.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen a fox, that wouldn't have fitted in. Fox is not very black, mate. He's too upbeat and orange. You know what I mean? At least the badger looks a bit edgy and a bit metal.
Was it a dead badger though?
Mandy, we're coming to you.
Mandy, is the badger alive or dead?
Was he wearing a Black Lakes branded beanie by any chance?
It
was cold.
Walking a black Labrador.
It was
It
cold.
was
Guys, it's been half an hour already.
I know. What's cracking me up? That we've probably had the most people online ever, and the most interaction, and probably the most pointless, shittest conversation of all time. Just absolutely nothing to talk about.
I mean,
Except,
we did say that we were going to limit these to half an hour, but I could keep chatting for a bit longer if you wanted to.
well, we could do it. We could do a minute or two more. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's break the rules that we made.
Have we got any
Because
else
obviously we
we
do
do now for next year that we can talk about or no?
Well, we announced that we're playing in Merthyr, aren't we? That's announced, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So Merthyr's announced. What was the date of that? I can't even remember now. Is that June?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Well,
Is that the
June-
Red House
June the
gig?
6th.
Is that Red House? Is that what that is?
Yeah, the Red House.
Mhm.
Yes, I've never actually played Merthyr before, so that'll be interesting.
no.
And the badger was very appropriate. He was very much alive.
Hooray!
Good to know.
And
Happy
also
ending.
people asking us, well, happy ending. Yeah, here we go. How Christmassy. The badger lived, but was soon culled for like bovine tuberculosis or something.
No! No!
But we've got people asking us to carry on, which is quite mind-blowing and sweet. So yeah, we're playing Merthyr the Red House in June-ish,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then Edinburgh's July.
July the
Wildfire Festival.
2nd, Edinburgh. July the 3rd, Wildfire Festival. Which is crazy.
Yeah. And then they would, I would say there's possibly, like low possibility a show in January, but we'll see. But more confident that maybe there'll be a show in February, which again we can't talk about. So it hasn't been announced, etc. And then
Although you
people might
just
go
said
really
you just said the month of that
Well,
show.
ish.
Bloody hell,
Yeah, well, we
Scott.
might not have. Well, we might play in March as well, and April.
Smooth.
What? It's okay. It's like the inner sanctum. It's not like we post this on YouTube to anyone at the end.
No, I don't care.
Oh,
I'll
that
put
is,
anywhere
that
with
is,
it.
no, we do. That's exactly what we do. Wow, I'm heading to the Merthyr area just after Xmas. Can you bring it forward? No, sorry. You have to
Susie,
come to Merthyr next summer as well.
I want to know why you're heading to the Merthyr area when we're not playing there. What could possibly
And also quite-
be luring you to the
Yeah.
Merthyr area when it's not us?
Yeah, that's true.
Please forgive the noise. I'm not publicly urinating. This is a drink being poured. I do apologise for the noise.
So yeah, the all obstacles for the record are nearly done now. So music, art, the only bits left now are production. So,
And getting,
as in, I don't mean like music production. I mean actual physical production of the product. So
yeah,
and that should be all right. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. Even I'm at the point where I'm like, can we just get this bloody thing out? Like, it's been so long. I'm like, oh God, please just make it exist. Because it's been, yeah, you would think you wouldn't. Well, not me. You wouldn't think. Putting records out is quite hard.
wow.
Like, it seems like it'd be an easy thing, right? Write some songs, record them, get some artwork, off it goes.
I think
Yeah.
the thing that you're sort of glazing over is that, and this is no slight on other bands, because bands have very different ways of approaching, you know, the recording process and the releasing process, but the Black Lakes methodology requires every little bit going over the fine-tooth comb, which some bands are like, look, we've got some songs, we know these songs are cool, we're going to DIY this, we're going to get this album out, boom, it's out there. We're just not that, we're not that band.
I've done that. And it's, I'll tell you, it's on Spotify and it's on all streaming platforms. I'm not gonna plug it because it's not the best, but
no, because if you get 0.00001p per stream by plugging it, you can put that back into this band, right?
but well, there's 5 songs on there, and we got 15 monthly listeners still.
Wow.
That peaked at like 300 at one point.
Not bad.
So you've got what, 14 Spotify accounts?
16.
Some of them you just don't listen at all.
I have a main one that I don't listen to it on. I've got they're all on repeat behind me there.
Right,
And also, it probably wouldn't go very well with, like the music that we play anyway. I know it doesn't. So
that's all right.
Has it got guitars in it?
Yeah, but they're like weird Dylan guitars, so they're doing all sorts of mind-bending stuff that you wouldn't expect a guitar to normally do.
No, when there is a guitar, it's quite basic. But there's like 2 tracks that have guitar.
Yeah.
And one of them's like, well, one track that's on here is like, it's the most popular song actually on here. It's 8 minutes long. Because it's me.
I'm fucking bored already.
Yeah.
8 minutes.
I can promise there are no 8-minute tracks on the upcoming Black Lakes album.
No, there are not. And there isn't a 3-part sort of hybrid end opus that I was listening to today that I really enjoyed. Yeah. I do like a bit of the prog, but as you can see from the bottom window, it can be quite tricky to get prog in because we have a very, very strong prog filter.
It was hard enough to get a pointy guitar in.
that wasn't that difficult.
Right, guys, we are at 39 minutes and 11 seconds. I'm really enjoying myself, but I'm conscious.
Seconds.
I'm conscious that I'll get more and more drunk as we go on, and that's never a good thing.
Yeah, more drunk.
But I'll say we'll end this at 40 minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We really appreciate it. I think maybe we've got one more this year, which will be Christmas Eve or something, really close.
22nd.
Yeah, we're going to try and get everyone on, so you get all 6 of Black Lakes on the Christmas special. All being well, and then we will all wear Christmas jumpers. We will all sing Christmas carols. Some of those things might happen. I'm sure we can come up with awesome festivities. Maybe we can do some kind of acoustic song as well. Who knows?
Right.
I agree, Kaz. Long songs are awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I did wonder what booed meant. Sorry, Kaz.
But I've just finished mixing a carnival track, which is 10 minutes long.
Nice. I love Carnival. I'm going to see them next year.
No.
I know. I'm trying my best. I'm gonna try and go to that
Oi.
just to see them.
You were saying your goodbyes, not
Sorry. Yeah,
Getting
it's
derailed.
too important. It's too important.
Dylan.
Yes.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Scott, say goodbye.
Hoyle Bauer.
And Lee.
Evening.
Right. That's it from us tonight. We'll be back in 2 weeks for our... I hesitate to call it a Christmas special because it will just be a disappointment. but we'll be back on the 22nd of December on a live stream to talk about the same rubbish that we normally talk about.
It'll be as shit as the Star Wars Christmas special.
It'll be worse.
No, it won't. It'll be shitter. Yeah.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you then.
Take care.
Bye.
Peace.